This is the most popular beach in Orange County, California, and I'm going to show you around. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see what I can see. I am starting this walk at the end of the Huntington Beach Pier. We're going to walk down Main Street through Huntington Beach's downtown shopping, eating, nightlife area. Then we're going to end up over at the Pacific City Mall. We're going to check out the shopping mall here, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite hotels to stay at in Huntington Beach. This beach is just about 30 miles south of Los Angeles International Airport, about 12 miles south of Disneyland. But if you're flying here, you'll probably actually want to fly into Long Beach Airport or John Wayne SNA Airport, only 8 miles away, much closer. Here at the end of the pier, there's some restrooms. And where I started this, looking behind me again, there's this place called Broad Street Oyster Company. Really great seafood out on the edge of the pier. Amazing views. Definitely get up to the second floor. They are famous for their lobster rolls. They also have delicious uni sea urchin. All right, this is known, Huntington Beach is known as Surf City, USA. Today, we've actually got a surfing competition out here. You can see in those colored jerseys, some people competing for the NSSA championships. Out this way, looking to the north, we can see the people that aren't in the competition that are just looking to catch some great waves. We see a swell coming in right here. This guy is gonna be going for it. Is he gonna catch it? Yes, but it kind of crumbled on him. All right, well, the pier is a great place to watch the surf. One of the things that people definitely love about Huntington Beach is the big, wide, sandy beach. I think that is definitely one of the reasons that makes this the most popular beach in Orange County. Also, this pier, great to view the surfers, generally check out the view. There's also a fishing pier, so you can come out here and fish. Looking to the south, over this way, where that surf competition is, there's a little bit of a power plant, a refinery off in the distance. Neighboring cities to the south, we've got Newport Beach and Laguna Beach. And then if you head up to the north, where we were looking earlier, then you will find Sunset Beach, which is like another neighborhood of Huntington Beach, and Seal Beach before you get into Los Angeles County, home to Long Beach, etc., etc. Lifeguard Tower right up here, the famous red Huntington Beach lifeguard trucks, generously provided by Toyota. That's what they say on the side. This video is not sponsored by Toyota, but much like the Huntington Beach lifeguard trucks, it totally could be Toyota. Let's talk. All right, plenty of benches to sit on the side. Huntington Beach, often abbreviated HB just for short. I am recording this in May of 2025, just the week before summer really kicks off. Wanted to get here, one, so I could get the video out just as summer starts up, but two, I wanted to get here before, like a week before summer really starts, so that it wasn't too busy and I could actually park. Since it is a really popular beach, parking can be challenging, but there are parking lots generally up and down the sand, pretty much the whole length of it. You are gonna have to pay to park here. Well, if you park out in the neighborhoods far away, you won't, but if you want to park anywhere close to the beach, definitely do be prepared to pay. You can see as we get closer into land, the beach starts to get, well, you start to see just how wide that beach is. In addition to being a wide sandy beach, it's also like a flat decline out into the water. So really great for kids. You won't find any sharp rocks here. You generally won't find any steep drop-offs. About as safe as you can get at a sandy beach. Obviously, you know, it's got rip currents and stingrays and, you know, just your standard things you need to be careful of in the water. But I was just in the big island of Hawaii last week, where there were tons of lava rock and sea urchin to step on, and so this is definitely a safer, more friendly beach to go to than many beaches of Hawaii. Lifeguards all year round here at Huntington Beach. Many lifeguard towers up and down the sand. One of my favorite shops here in Huntington Beach, and one of my daughter's favorite shops too, she's 5 years old, is this little kite shop right here, the Kite Connection. Cool shop. They've always got all these kites outside, whether you buy something or not. They are just pretty fun to come and look at these neat kites. It's often quite windy up here on the pier, so these little things do a lot to go round and round. It is definitely 5 o'clock somewhere, and they don't just have these little wind sculptures, they've actually got legit kites inside. They've also got a Zoltar if you're looking to get your fortune read. he'll be happy to do that. They've got these little fun pets right here. I love this sign. Warning shoplifters, all items in the store are marked at $951. Non-criminal discounts apply to checkout for all paying customers only. The state of California will prosecute all shoplifters under grand theft. If you didn't hear, there's a whole thing in California about how if you're shoplifting and it's less than $900, then, you know, like they basically don't do anything to you. So that's where that comes from. If you don't know that inside joke, they say extreme caution recommended due to the nature of this store. Exposure to the items inside may result in ridiculous fun. And they've got some self-remedies with that QR code for self-exposure. Volleyball, popular activity out here. You can see we got a number of volleyball nets and a black SUV. I don't know where he's going, but I feel like he got stuck. And there's more volleyball nets over this way. We can see someone practicing with himself clearly before his friends have gotten here for his game. We've got some buskers setting up for some evening entertainment. You can be sure that this is a really great sunset viewing destination. Famous restaurant right here on the boardwalk. We've got Duke's Huntington Beach of Duke from Hawaii. Sit down kind of restaurant on the top, casual beach bar down on the bottom, known as Sandy's Beach Shack. I won't say it's the most delicious food, but it is iconic and a great view out of there as well. Another thing that's really popular in Huntington Beach is the beach boardwalk. That is this sidewalk that runs up and down the side of the beach. It's really long. It runs for miles and miles and miles. You can ride it all the way up to Sunset Beach or all the way down into Newport Beach. Plenty of places along that will rent bicycles, surreys, and lots of wheeled things. This is a pretty cool spot right here if you want to get like a takeout lunch or burrito, sit up on the grass or up on the steps and enjoy your lunch with a ocean view. You'll find lots of public restrooms up and down that boardwalk as well. Up here they got a little sign that says the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, 18th of May. That's this weekend. And a little sign for that Broad Street Oyster Company over at the end of the pier. We've got the Buskin' Monkey over here. Looks like he's having a good time. If you want to know more visitor information, there's a little visitor information shack right over this way, and just a cool map of where we're going, what we're doing. I always love to show you maps, so we're going to go ahead and do this before we check out the little Artisan's Fair over to the left. So we started here at the end of the pier. We walked down it. We are here right now. Parking lots all along the beach, Main Street. Gonna go up that way, but we're actually gonna walk up this side street and then back down this way, then along Coast Highway and over here into Pacific City. Okay, so that's your orientation. Generally, right here at the foot of the pier, they've got farmers markets, artisan fairs. The artisan fair here is every Friday and select weekends. You can be sure holiday weekends are ones where this is going. So you can get some cool hats at the hat bar, some stickers, some belts, get your sweatshirt that says Huntington. What do we got in this one? I don't know. I guess nobody came into those. This is the creative corner where you can just be creative. We've got Hong Kong style pudding. We've got custom woodwork cutting boards and wind chimes. This parking lot, if you come in the winter, is a pretty good parking lot to park at. But if you come in the summer, this spot's going to be full really, really early here in the morning. See the sign over there that says Pier Plaza, Huntington Beach. That's what this little plaza is called. Get your hummus over here. Don't be shy. Try your local hummus guy. All right, I like that. What else we got at this Artisan Fair? We've got permanent jewelry with no clasp. I guess you buy that, they put it on you and you're not taking it off until it breaks. Some cool coastal inspired cutting boards with like wave looking things on them, some hooks for your home. Bring back a little beach to your house. Okay, this is a little map of the watershed around here, where the water comes from. But anyway, you can see on the map here, Huntington Beach, neighboring Newport Beach, Seal Beach, and then Orange County inland back that way. All right. Somebody here has the best balsamic vinegar ever. All right, delicious. Okay, so this intersection of Pacific Coast Highway and Main becomes a crossing where just the pedestrians cross and then the cars cross. You can see over this way some really big developments that have Orange County's two biggest surf shops. On this side we have Huntington Surf and Sport, and on this side we have Jack's Surfboards. It is a massive surf shop. But let's go ahead and wait until this light turns green, speed up the cars a little bit, and I'll see you on the other side of the sidewalk. Well, okay, now that all those cars have come and gone and we are across the crosswalk, you can see out here Jack's has this like little sidewalk sale. They do that pretty much every day in the summer and then weekends in the winter for all of my surf short needs, boogie board needs, swim fin needs. Jack's is generally where I head to. In addition to selling stuff, they also rent stuff. If you want to rent a surfboard, $15 by hour, $40 for the day. Okay, we are heading north 1 block, then we'll turn right, go a couple blocks, then come back down Main Street the other way. It's a cool little sandwich shop here, Sessions West Coast Deli. What do we got here? Salads, sandwiches, spicy, crispy, crunchy chicken sandwich, about $15. You are by the beach, so there is definitely going to be a beach markup. Pretty good tacos here on the corner at Taqueria Prime Cut. They specialize in premium meat tacos, so think prime rib, ribeye tacos. Solid, but also expensive. So this little development is called the Strand. This is a good place to stay if you're looking for a hotel near the beach. This is called the Shore Break Hotel. We also have a Australian-inspired place here. Never get the name of this beach right. Bondi Beach. Bondi Bulls from Australia. Do beware if you're parking out here. Much of this parking is actually like valet parking and not public parking. This is the big visitor information center in here. So if you're looking to get some more maps, you can check them out in here. And they also do tours of the little downtown area that you can join the walking tours for $10. Okay, this is the valet for the hotel. This street just kind of like, I feel like the businesses struggle on it. They really come and go. I don't know, people just don't come 1 block off Main Street and come down here. But if you're on Main Street and you're like, boy, everything is just too busy, 1 block away, it's nice and quiet down this street. On this side, we've got Top Dog Barkery Bath Boutique. You can wash your little 4-legged friends there. There's a cool historic house on this side that is now like the police substation. This type of house, this brown house that we see across the way, is what they would call a traditional craftsman style house. These were built in California in the early 1900s, generally a wood construction, brick fireplace, typically built on a foundation. I grew up in a house much like this, not in Huntington Beach, but down in San Diego. Oh, and also not this big. Okay. Down this street, also, if you having trouble finding parking on Main Street or things like that, come on these side streets, you'll find a lot more parking down this way. But I do want to point out the parking meters. They're kind of funky here in Huntington Beach in that they are 2-space meters. So when you put your money in, you need to make sure you're putting it in for the correct space. So you select the left space or you select the right space. Uh-oh, they didn't put their money in their meter. Tisk, tisk, tisk. All right. It is easy to run out of time in your meter, so I always put more in than I think I need. There's a coffee here. There's a place that sells boba tea over that way called Boba Soar. If you're looking for poke, North Shore Poke right here. Makes some pretty solid poke in Huntington Beach. I mean, it's not going to be as good as the poke that you find in Hawaii, but for poke in Southern California, that is a pretty solid spot. What is this? There's a co-working space. So they've even got like a pinball machine in the back. That's pretty cool. All right. Surfing the Nations, events with us. Okay. Coming down this way, we've got the Blowdown full-service salon, blowout bar, makeup boutique. Right here with the gigantic surfboard, one of the best places to get a selfie in Huntington Beach. This is the gigantic surfboard at the Surf City, USA Surfing Museum in Huntington Beach. This surfboard, oh, that's a loud car. Where'd that come from? That came from this car, right here, in case you're wondering. Oh, and there's kind of this one has like some camera mount on it, that they were doing something fancy. It's a fancy camera mount on that car. Okay, but back on this surfboard that I want to tell you about. This surfboard isn't just like a billboard or sign. People actually surfed on this surfboard, and it has like the world record for the most people surfing on one board at a time that they did out there at the beach before they put it up there in front of the museum. This is the inside of it here. The International Surfing Museum. Small admission fee to go in. Okay, we're coming up on Main Street now, the official downtown party street of Huntington Beach. It can get pretty lively here in the summer. There are more businesses and shops that go about 2 blocks to the left down that way, which we're not going to head to. If you're looking for the post office, you'll find it over here. But we're going to head down this way. Okay. So a lot of these restaurant on the right-hand side, and then outdoor eating on the left-hand side. This one's new. I haven't tried it yet. Bert's Burgers. Oh, that's cool. They also serve McConnell's ice cream, which is from Santa Barbara. I really like McConnell's ice cream. I'll probably have to come back and give Bert's a try. But if any of you have tried it out, let a fellow explorer know. If you've been here before, what are your favorite restaurants to eat at? Where I had lunch earlier was at Normita's Surf City Tacos on Beach Boulevard, which was about 2 miles from here. Stopped there on my way in. We've got Longboard Restaurant. We've got some bar. Most of these places, I would call them like bar and grill type things. So if you they open late. This typically party goes late at night over here. Yeah, I mean, like some of these, you've got like, little fireplaces or grills, like this one too, fireplace outside. They've definitely invested in their outdoor eating here. We've got Irish pubs. Do beware, in the business district here, no rollerblading, skateboarding, bike riding on the sidewalks. They are pretty aggressive about enforcing that here, so keep your wheeled transport out in the street on this little main downtown area. Now, we just walked one side of the street, but there's a big development over on this side too. We've got burger shops, we've got gyros, we've got BJ's Pizza, we've got restaurants on the bottom, we've got restaurants on the top. You will not be at a loss for food or drink in Huntington Beach. If you're looking for some of the cheapest souvenirs, you can get them over here at Beach Island Gifts and Activewear. Classic little souvenir store. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and cross over to the other side, the south side of Main Street now. And Huntington Surf and Sport, this is the surf shop on the other side of the street from Jack's. They also do the outdoor shelling out here, and the store has 2 sections, this one and then the one that's closer to the sand. If you're looking for some Italian style coffee and gelato, you'll find some right here at this little spot at 1 in the afternoon. They're not too busy yet. This tends to be a kind of evening or really hot day perspective. Here mid-May, not too hot yet, about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's why you haven't seen people remove all of their shirts yet. Wahoo's, another solid eats here on Main Street. This is a Brazilian/Mexican fusion type restaurant. They're not going to be your classic Mexican fish tacos, but they generally kind of aim for the healthier slant on things. A real party place is Fred's Mexican Cafe. I think the food there is mediocre at best, but they do have a cool view. Just know you're going there for the drinks and not the food. You want to be in the vlog? Yeah, sounds good. I ran into a couple fellow explorers here. They want to be in the vlog. Share with me your names and what you like about Huntington Beach.
Hi, I'm Vivian, and
I'm Peyton.
And I love the downtown Huntington Beach at night. I like walking around with my friends and like talking to random people. It's really fun.
Awesome. What do you like about Huntington Beach?
I like the Tuesday night market. It's really
right here
fun.
On Main Street,
yes,
right?
yeah, it's really fun.
All right.
There's
you all
always
live around here. You visiting?
Yeah, we live here.
All right. Very good. Thank you very much. I always love to run into my fellow explorers. Okay, so where we stopped for that interview right here was in front of this surf shop. I want to take you inside this one just so you can see like what one of these surf shops looks like. This one has a cool coffee shop right here in the front. And then like, look at all these fins. This is like the biggest selection of fins for surfboards ever. Ran into another fellow explorer by the coffee shop right there. So back to this surf shop. We've got all these surfboards in here. New surfboards, used surfboards, longboards, shortboards, surfboard racks, surf leashes. How big of a leash do you want? How long of a leash do you want? Do you want a traction pad on the back to make sure you don't slip off? And of course, surf clothing, which is probably the actual moneymaker in this store, because only so many people actually buy surfboards. But everybody could use some board shorts. Everybody's going to the beach. And if you didn't bring some sunglasses, you'll definitely want some, because it is sunny and bright here. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah. He said, take it easy, man. Probably couldn't hear, but all right, so we are back now at that intersection. The fellow by the coffee shop mentioned that Duke, so the restaurant here, that he was living in Huntington Beach. He grew up in Huntington Beach, and as a child, he actually saw Duke roll up down PCH in like a brown Rolls Royce, and he's the one who really made surfing famous here. So there we go. Another solid ice cream spot here, Handles Ice Cream, right here on PCH. I love these donuts. They're not open yet, but this is a really good donut shop too. I often stop at their location in Oceanside, California, so I'm excited for this one to open up a little closer to our home in Irvine. So we live from our house. It's about 25-minute drive to get here to Huntington Beach. I generally end up at this beach a few times a year. Good beach for parties because there is a lot of parking. Good beach for fires on the beach. There's a lot of fire pits on the beach, and we also like to come out here to do beachfront bike rides. You can rent single bikes, you can rent double bikes, like, what do they call it, tandem bikes? It's fun to rent the Surrey, the 4-seater bike with our daughter. People also like to come out here and camp. Some of these parking lots on the beach, you can park your RV in and camp out on. Not all of them. Definitely do make sure that you know where you're going, because only some of them are open for camping. We get the classic line of palm trees here, and as we cross over the street this way, I'm gonna pick you up again after I speed walk up to the next restaurant that I want to talk about. Okay, and this pair of green buildings brings us to the restaurant that I want to talk about. There's no In-N-Out Burger right here along the coast, so for some solid fast food burger, check out TK Burger in this cool old craftsman-style bungalow house that's been converted into a burger restaurant. Right next to it is Dairy Queen Grill and Chill if you want some chicken strip baskets or ice cream for the kiddos. That's a solid spot too. All right, we got the next street to cross here. As we do that, let me speed up the cars and I'll pick up with you. Oh, I don't need to speed up the cars because the light turned green. All right, perfect. So this is one of the loud motorcycles, a lot of loud motorcycles. One of the entrances to the parking lot. You'll find a lot of like restaurants that are down along the beach too, generally open seasonally in the summer. This mall development here, probably one of the newest things in Huntington Beach, is called Pacific City. It's probably not really that new anymore. It's been here for at least 10 years. But you know, beach communities, it takes a long time to build things with California Coastal Commission approval and things like that. I feel like this mall is still trying to find its stride. You know, they opened and then COVID came, and so it's been challenging for them. They have a big location of Equinox, the gym, which has some spots down here on the bottom and at the top. Caraloha, this place on the right, they sell pretty good bamboo clothing. I like their bamboo shirts. Phil's Coffee, some really interesting customized drip style coffee where they make it in front of you. In this plaza, you get like some validated parking. Phil's will validate your parking, and it changes depending upon whether it's busy or not, how much validated parking you actually get. If you're not validating it, it can be quite expensive to park in this mall, so just beware. I also really like lemonade right here. This is a, call it a modern style cafeteria. And I also like it because they've got a lot of yellow in here. But you can see, you kind of go down the line, you can pick out your food, generally healthy, solid things, meats, mac and cheese. So like healthy comfort food, and then a lot of lemonades, of course. They've got inside, and just like everything out here, they've got some cool outdoor seating that you can look at the beach as you sit there. There's a little plaza here in the center too with some cool seats that look out on the beach. There'll often be entertainment here on weekends in the summer. Simsy's restaurant down here, classic Huntington Beach spot. We can check, this is like another, like this mall has been taken over by restaurants. I feel like only people buy stuff. What do we got? We got salads, burgers, and sandwiches. A burger here. What, you're gonna spend like 18 bucks a burger here? You can get the 50-50 patty, 50% beef and 50% real veggies. Well, that's interesting. I have not had that 50-50 patty. There was a restaurant here that started in Huntington Beach called Slater's 50-50. They've now kind of franchised to a number of different states and cities around, but they specialized in the 50% beef and 50% pork patty. One of the things we really liked at Slater's 50-50 was the peanut butter and jelly burger. Yes, that's right. Though they closed the Huntington Beach location, if you want to eat Slater's 50-50, you got to go up north to Torrance or down the way to San Diego. They got locations like Las Vegas and Denver still. Sephora for makeup. If you've got kiddos, they have this cool like kiddie seating area right here where they've got the reading reef, where they've got like books where kiddos can read. They've also got this little like building area where kids can build with these things. Clearly I am here on a here on a Friday. It's 1:30 now, so most kiddos are probably still in school. They're not out to build those things yet. And over this way, inside lot 579, this is this mall's struggling food hall. You know, when this place opened, food halls were all the rage. And I think this one struggled because of the, I'm gonna call it A, limited parking, and then B, like, it's an oceanfront mall, but like most of these places, if you eat there, then there's no windows. You don't get to see the view. But the ones that have stayed are the ones that are by the coast. We have an ice cream place over here, Hans Homemade Ice Cream, with a cool little mural on the wall on the way to the restrooms. If you're looking for, by the way, clean restrooms, and you don't want to do the beach ones, the restrooms in this mall, all really nice and clean. Okay, so a Salon Republic took over a lot of the food space. Back over this way, there's like a coffee shop in the center. There's a pop bar for popsicles. There's a Sticks and Stones clubhouse coming soon, not open yet. But then my favorite place to eat in this little food hall is Bear Flag Fish Company over here. This place is really solid, quick eat seafood. They have a sushi bar over here where you can see the like solid seafood up there, including the octopus. And you can see the fish counter over this way. They have like fish tacos, fish burritos, fish plates that you just get the grilled fish or cooked different ways. And if you've got a kitchen, then you can take some home as well. Ahi, salmon, swordfish, oh no, all pretty tasty. My general go-to here is gonna be the fish burrito. And when you eat here, they've got some great views of the ocean and the beach just outside, and a cool fire pit and heaters that they light up when it's cold. All right, I said I would mention to you hotels, a couple hotels that I like here. The Pasea Hotel and Spa, this one right next to Pacific City. And then if we crane our heads just out this way, because we're not gonna walk all the way to it, but if you look down this way, we will see a bridge that goes over Pacific Highway, just over there. That is the Huntington Beach Hyatt, the Hyatt Hotel, Hyatt Regency, pretty solid. And then from that hotel, you can just walk across that bridge to get over to the beach. And this parking lot, this is one of the ones that you can park your camper at, sleep for the night in your RV. Well, all right, fellow explorers, if your travels are bringing you to Orange County, California, you might enjoy checking out some of my other favorite beach communities, Balboa Island right over here, or Laguna Beach on this side. Links are also in the description below. As usual, I won't say goodbye because I'll see you in the next video.